So the man them are here, right? And we're talking about how myself and Andy swiped a right on each other on Bumble. Or we matched on Bumble. So I was telling him how I don't even know where the fuck the chats are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there on Bumble just to swipe for the sake of swiping. The men went fucking ballistic because they were just like, why the hell are you on Bumble then? And our logic, let me say Nimrod's logic, to be very specific, was...
So, I don't know. Listen, contextualizing is a very personal thing and everyone's going to do it differently. So I'm going to put that little disclaimer here. I think the act, and by the way, this is actually, let me back myself up like a lawyer.
Go forth.
It is scientifically proven that the act of swiping on social media is one of the things that makes it super addictive. So for me, the whole thing about sometimes swiping on Bumble and just swiping and doing nothing about it, whether it's left or right, is like window shopping.
But the lengths that catfishes go through to actually be believable is absolutely wild. To the point where they'll send you voice notes, they'll send you real life like images with the... They must be really good at Photoshop.
Actually, yeah. But it's now harder to catfish via video. However, with like AI and everything, it's still possible.
Very possible.
But I also think it's how you go about it. Let's say like the crime scene videos. When someone wants to do a ransom video, they say give them a newspaper of the date and time kind of thing.
Exactly.
So now I would tell you to do something specific in a certain location, and I want that sent ASAP. It's part of the ongoing conversation.
I used to do that too.
Yeah.
When I used to talk to strangers on Tinder.
Yeah, you just tell them to send you something very specific that you know cannot be faked. According to you, what professions in this world get coochie the easiest? Is it lawyers? Is it doctors? Is it teachers?
Oof.
Who is it?
Okay. I have a list. Okay.
All right, let's go.
I have a list.
Let's go.
Politician.
I promise. In my manifesto.
Those niggas I'm sure those guys are eating good. Eating good.
One definitely is men in uniform.
Oh,
specifically pilots.
How did I forget about pilots?
I think that's the most stereotypical one out of all of them, but I just can't help it.
They're sexy.
They're just hot. It's just the uniform.
Except for my father and mother. I think that's why it completely lost my...
They're cute. Anyway, so I think pilots would be number one.
So sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
You're listening to DST, the podcast.
It's giving KBC.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. It's the way we started.
Or like an address, a state of the nation.
It's sounding like. Did you ever listen to? What is it called? Sundowner. Sundowner is millennial.
I don't think she listened to some
Gen Z for real.
No.
English General Service.
No.
What?
It used to come every 6:30.
6:30
every day. Yeah.
Every day.
What was that?
Go on YouTube. Type.
No, is it like a music show or a news?
It was a
radio show.
It was a radio show. Yeah.
That purely plays music from like the 70s, 80s, 90s, even 60s sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you know of a song called that goes, "There's a hole in the bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry." You know that song?
Yeah.
Then how don't you know Sundowner?
I don't know.
That's the one place that song always comes on.
Maybe I consumed it in a different, but I know I don't know that.
Oh, okay, probably. Anyway, so how they used to start, it's very formal. There was a lady, I don't remember her name. Do you know her name by any chance?
I don't
The
know.
lady who hosts it.
I don't know. Maybe if I confirm, but I think probably Elizabeth Omolo, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, she used to start. Good morning, good evening to every listener. This is Sundowner, but like it literally sounded like that. That's why when we started like that, I was like, it's giving Sundowner.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just thought it's giving.
It's giving KBC because it used to air on KBC as well. It still does air on KBC, right?
It's been a long time since I listened to KBC.
Well.
I just thought it was a good intro. I was like, oh, look at us doing a good intro. Welcome back, though.
It was still nice. Anyway, episode 71, we're back. I don't know where to look here. Okay.
Is it that?
I was just ping-ponging my eyes through it.
Yeah.
Episode 71, we're back. It's just the two of us now. But hey, let's recap our last episode.
It was so cool. I think a lot of guys really fucked with the fact that everyone was like
Here.
in the room.
Yeah.
And talking. And I just think if you go watch that episode, by the way, because the perspectives were different, but the vibe was impeccable.
Same.
Yeah.
The vibe was same, no, for sure. Definitely we'll be having more of those episodes.
But it's like a treat. I also don't want to do it like all the time.
It is a treat, but also we have some production that we want to do in talks with the group.
Yeah.
Some things that don't know. We'll talk to the production team about it.
Excited.
We're planning some things that you've seen us do before. That we want to bring back.
Yeah.
That will be really fun. So yeah, a lot of Kelly will be back in a lot of our content.
Now that's the request we're taking seriously.
Exactly, because you know the baddies got to stick together. So yeah, I think it was fun.
It was so fun.
People really enjoyed the combination of all the girlies and the mandems being in the same.
And honestly, I think we should do it again. In fact, we were about to do it like halfway again.
Oh yeah.
Like just an hour ago.
Let me tell you. Actually, might as well just bring this up right now. So the mandem are here, right? Mm-hmm. And we're talking about how myself and Andy swiped right on each other on Bumble.
So cute.
Or we matched on Bumble. So I was telling him how I don't even know where the fuck the chats are.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there on Bumble just to swipe for the sake of swiping. Mm-hmm. The men went fucking ballistic because they were just like, why the hell are you on Bumble then? And our logic, let me say Nimrat's logic, to be very specific, was?
So, I don't know. Listen, contextualizing is a very personal thing and everyone's going to do it differently. So I'm going to put that little disclaimer here. I think the act, and by the way, this is, actually, let me back myself up like a lawyer.
Go forth.
It is scientifically proven that the act of swiping on social media is one of the things that makes it super addictive. So for me, the whole thing about sometimes swiping on Bumble and just swiping and doing nothing about it, whether it's left or right, is like window shopping. You know, you like add to cart, but don't check out. So yeah, the boys were not too happy about that. They're not happy. They were livid.
Go check out the Chop Shop. But listen, this is my thing. I'm on Tinder and I'm on Bumble, right? Usually the reason I use them, and I use them a lot mainly when I'm traveling. Like when I was in Diani, I used it. When I was in Vipingo, I used it just to see who's within my area.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm chilling in the house as well, I'm just like, who might be around who, you know, you never know, you might have very attractive neighbors. And for me, I literally pick both genders.
Yeah.
Like it's not just for the men, because I'm not looking
Bumble
to smash.
With friends, right? Yeah,
No,
I use Bumble
I mean,
for friends. You don't use that?
I don't care. Me, I'm not gonna execute anything.
Yeah.
The only time I'm gonna execute anything is when I'm face to face with you. This is off of a conversation me and Andy were having about how I flirt. And he was telling me how he's gonna flirt with me from a pseudo account.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not gonna flirt back with you. He said, Cap, how aren't you gonna flirt back with me? And then you're on Bumble and Tinder.
Where you're supposed to talk to strangers.
Talk to strangers.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't flirt with strangers. I don't care who you are. I mean, if you're extremely attractive, I might just say hi.
Yeah.
I might see where it goes. But I'm not even talking to you for the sake of this is going somewhere. I'm talking to you for the sake of this is fun for me.
Yeah.
I flirt for fun. I think I've already established this.
Yes.
I flirt for fun. So if it's a stranger,
it's like your playground, is it?
It kinda. But
Test your game.
For strangers, no. I don't flirt with strangers. I only flirt with people that I know and I kind of am interested with. Because if I'm not interested in you, that's English, yeah. If I'm not interested in you, then my game is gonna be weak as fuck.
You know, actually, you make sense about that whole thing about meeting people on Bumble that you kind of know, because sometimes You could be at an area like a club or something. You've seen the person with a group of friends.
Yep.
Or you've been introduced at some point, but you didn't get a chance to talk. Later, you find each other on Bumble.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bit of a safer option. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, it was more about the whole oxytocin. Is that the hormone they call it? That you get after
Excitement.
swiping and just checking out. Like, I have spoken to people on Bumble. One of them was, as you said, somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And then one of them was a complete stranger. Sorry. Out of both experiences, I think the worst one, surprisingly, was the one that I know if I know.
Look at that.
Like, it's like the stranger was nicer. And then how I knew, obviously, it was not a catfish is because he sent like a voice note, he sent a video message. So it obviously did not look like
a catfish.
A catfish, yeah.
Speaking of catfish, have you watched Catfish, the series?
Yes, I loved Catfish.
Okay. Okay. You said you knew it wasn't a catfish. Not saying that he was a catfish.
Yeah.
But the lengths that catfishes go through to actually be believable is absolutely wild. To the point where they'll send you voice notes, they'll send you real life like images with they must be really good at Photoshop.
Actually, yeah. But it's now harder to catfish via video. However, with like AI and everything, it's still possible.
Very possible.
But I also think it's how you go about it. Let's say like the crime scene videos. When someone wants to do a ransom video, they say give them a newspaper of the date and time kind of thing.
Exactly.
So now I would tell you to do something specific in a certain location, and I want that sent ASAP. It's part of the ongoing conversation.
I used to do that too.
Yeah,
when I used to talk to strangers on Tinder.
Yeah, you just tell them to send you something very specific that you know cannot be faked.
So now that you've established that the one who was nicer was the person that you didn't necessarily know, the stranger, does that mean we need to talk to strangers more now?
No.
Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
Honestly, you can just be smart about it. I also feel like sometimes we set up ourselves up for this shit.
Fact.
Like, honestly, why are you in a long-term relationship for 6 months with someone you've not met in real life?
What are you talking on? Not the right things.
No, it's my throat. Sadly,
I'm sorry, but no, true. Like you've not had a physical.
Like meet up. Like, then what the fuck are you doing dating online? Is this? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Let me take you back to the Facebook days.
Yeah.
Okay, we have an age gap, but I'm sure that you were there. When did you join Facebook? When it just started?
Not really.
Okay,
I can't remember.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
This is what, like 20...
Okay, I was there when the poke button was there.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great.
So you remember how we used to have like boyfriends and girlfriends on Facebook?
Yeah.
Story time.
Oh?
My very first boyfriend was a Facebook boyfriend. I had never met this man.
Wait. You mean this was a thing? No. I'm serious, cause I know about Facebook boyfriends.
Yeah.
But people that I've met, not strangers.
So this was the thing.
Hey,
At some point, I believe guys used to just like meet on Facebook and they're just like, oh, you're my boyfriend now. You're my sister now. Let me tell you, I used to have relatives who are not even my relatives. Now this one was my boyfriend. Like my boyfriend. We've never met. Never even made out. I think, did we ever talk on phone? I think like once or twice.
That's hilarious.
Wild thing, I literally had to break up with him. And how I broke up with him is I told a friend of mine to flirt with him or to hit on him or whatever and ask him if he has a girlfriend. And he said no. And I was just like, oh, so you don't have a girlfriend? So I'm not your girlfriend. I told him it's a wrap.
Girl, what?
Only 2 years later, I think I met him last year.
No, you met the boyfriend last year.
We had never physically met.
That's what I'm asking.
This was in 2000.
So now you met physically after all that time. Okay, interesting.
This was like...
No, I have so many questions because like, are you still in touch? How did you know it was him?
No.
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
Okay.
He was my boyfriend like 2009. When did Facebook start? Like 2009. 2006. This is like 2009.
Yeah.
When you have access to a phone, internet, blah, blah, blah.
You're a bit grown.
Yeah. It's like 2009, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's when we were in a relationship on Facebook. We didn't talk at all. Because now, also, I don't necessarily use Facebook like that.
Yeah.
He's on Instagram, that I know for sure, because he's hit me up once or twice after. Last year, a friend of mine invites me to a house in Karen. random house in Karen. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna show up. So me and my other friend, he picks me up. We go to the house. So we're chilling. Then I'm just like, when I walked in, he was just like, you look very familiar. And I'm like, you look very familiar too. Kidogo, he goes like, what's your name? I'm like, Ashley. I go like, what's your name? He tells me. He goes like, wait, is your last name Odoi? I'm like, yeah. He goes like, you'll never guess what my last name is. I ask him what.
And he says
the name.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Facebook. He's like, yup. And I'm like, were you my boyfriend?
Oh my God, you know what this sounds like? A millennial rom-com. It sounds like straight out of a rom-com movie.
Please note, this is the first time I'm laying eyes on this man.
That's crazy.
Other than his profile picture, his avatar. This is the
Would
first...
you tap? Not looking at the clock. Just like,
Honestly, right now, I don't know. When we were younger, yeah, he was very attractive.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that he's not attractive now,
Yeah.
but I don't know. He's still attractive. I wouldn't even lie. But I honestly don't know.
Also, maybe because did you guys get time to talk properly? It was just one of those, cool.
No, not really. I think he has a girlfriend as well. So
So you also don't feel an initial attraction to him?
No.
Yeah.
But we ended up following each other on Instagram. We chitty chat randomly, like comment on each other's stories once in a while, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that was very interesting because we never laid eyes on each other. And this is the first time I'm seeing my boyfriend of like, I think it was my boyfriend of like 2 years.
So let's reverse the question. Should we talk to strangers? Your life partner.
I was a child. I was a teenager at that point. I was a child, sweetie.
Yeah, I go.
So actually, maybe your life partner is a stranger. Because how many stories have you heard about people
like strangers
who have started talking to someone on Tinder and now they're married with like 10 children?
I don't know about Tinder though.
Okay, there's the options. There's Bumble.
Like I've heard a lot of stories about total strangers meeting at locations. Like they go for like a book club party or like a tasting and then actually meet a stranger and fall in love.
But see, everybody's a stranger. Even at some point, you're a stranger to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So face to face, that's the thing. I will talk to someone if I've met you physically because I know you exist.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not necessarily I wouldn't call that being a stranger. Talking to a complete stranger is someone that you've met online and you have not physically met. After I've met you physically is when you don't become a stranger.
Yeah.
That's just how my
Your
mind kind of works. But if I meet you physically and we start hitting it up and it's like, let's exchange numbers. I give you my number, you give me your number, and we're like, okay, I'll hit you up soon.
Is it like with males or females only? Because in my case, it's mostly with guys, but I've actually met a lot of girlfriends of mine right now online. Like in the sense that they would text me and like reply to my story and I reply to it and they go like, do you want to go grab a coffee or a drink? And be like, yeah. And then we became friends. Like my friend Ruxar, that's how we became friends.
I met one of your friends actually.
Yeah.
Did she tell you?
Which friend?
At some event, I don't remember.
Ruxar.
I don't remember what
Is
her
she
name
Indian?
is. Yeah.
Okay, that's the only Indian friend I have. I mean, I have a couple, but that's most likely who we met.
So that's how you met?
Yeah, so she slid into my DMs. Okay.
I like it when babes slide into my DMs.
I know, right? I'm like, I like you already. So she's like, yo, I like your content. Do you want to go grab a drink? I was like, cool. So I didn't even think we'd be this close as friends. I was just happy to go out with another girl and have a drink. And why the hell not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It's a babe. So I met her and damn, we're like friends for almost like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, look at that.
And it's so cute. So I think it's a gender thing as well in terms of women's safety only. I think if women felt safer, then even it would not be different with men, honestly. Because I do not mind meeting a stranger who's a woman.
But you
like
do mind.
My first thought is not a no.
Yeah.
But a guy, no. I usually do a lot of deep dives. Again, someone that you know someone, or I've seen you around, or you look like I can trace you or some shit like that.
For sure.
Yeah, just not random. Hey, we've stayed on that danger thing.
I know. Yeah. No, but it's a thing. Even, okay, now I've also started having them with women.
Yeah.
Where it's like, sometimes it feels like a setup.
Yeah. Really?
You get what? Yeah, I don't know. But I overthink a lot of things these days. I don't know why. But anyway.
Do your DCI stalking?
Hell yeah. For men, women, children, who I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
I'm doing my DCI
Because like
stalking.
I'll still DCI stalk a babe.
Hell yeah.
And most of the time, again, you just see things that are not looking weird or fishy, then you're like, yeah, you're good.
You're like, I'm inside.
You're inside.
All right. Bad transition already?
Yeah, we can get into it.
Okay, let's get into bad transition.
Which one do you want to pick? Which professions?
Ooh.
Let's go with
Go
that
off
one.
with that one.
Alrighty. So here's the question. All right. According to you, what professions in this world get coochie the easiest? Is it lawyers? Is it doctors? Is it teachers? Who is it?
Okay. I have a list. Okay.
All right, let's go.
I have a list.
Let's go.
Politician.
I promise. In my manifesto.
I'm sure those guys are eating good. Eating good. But if we're actually looking at the profession that kind of, I'll talk about the professions that turn me the fuck on.
So you're going to go personally, right?
Personally,
yes,
for
go.
me. Lawyers.
Ooh.
Lawyers, for sure.
Yapa
You know
men.
why? They're toxic as fuck, yes, but they're smart as fuck too.
True.
Like they keep you.
But they're
let me tell you,
conniving.
me I don't mind. Me I like some arrogance in a man, but as long as you treat me well.
No, conniving. babe.
Conniving
Yeah. Arrogant is fine.
different, but conniving is okay.
Yeah.
That's a hard. Anyway,
Okay,
I'm
explain.
talking to a lawyer at the moment. Sorry, talking to a lawyer at the moment, and you know sometimes when you're not really, I'm not trying to spell out the whole. Okay, I spell out all my shit, but sometimes I usually write A-R-E instead of A-R-E. A-R-R. You
What
are.
you saying? Oh, you are.
Your.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are and your, right? So sometimes when I'm typing on my laptop, I'll put you
and R.
Y-O-U.
Yeah.
R expecting it to be filled out automatically.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
And then it doesn't.
Let me tell you, this man has been on my fucking case. He told me you're giving me the ick. You better spell out your shit correctly. I'm like, wow.
I mean, valid.
The jokes he sends me
Yeah.
are intellectual. I had to ask Andy about a joke. Because I was just like, this one I don't get. And I'm
Yeah.
not about to come back and be like, what? Andy's the one who broke it down for me. And I was just like, I get it now.
Yeah.
That turns me the fuck on.
Next time, just put it on ChatGPT, though.
I know. I didn't have that time when Andy was here.
Oh, I thought this was like
No.
Yeah.
How many have I said? One, lawyer. Athletes, because clearly I have a thing for athletes.
I was waiting.
Yeah. I have a thing for athletes. It's also their build. Like, they're just fine. Doctors, not really.
Why?
But they're not, but I don't know. I guess I just haven't met enough doctors who have
Who are, like,
appealed. Not even handsome. They
Y'all
just
are
haven't-
forgetting the most essential one.
Entertain, you guys.
We make you look beautiful.
Sorry?
We make you look beautiful.
Okay, that's true. Austin and Adrian, thank you guys.
Oh, that's
But-
all we're getting.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm putting you on the list. Give me two
She's
more.
finding space for you, okay? She'll accommodate all parties.
I'm saving the best for last.
Okay.
Okay, athletes, doctors, not so much. Finance niggas.
The suit, the briefcase,
They'll ghost the fuck out of you, but
the tie.
their tongues.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The words they speak. This is why they deal with money, because they can finesse.
Yeah, they're about to sell themselves to you.
Exactly. Then entertainers, and of course our very lovely production teams. You know, directors, videographers, producers.
Sparkle emojis. And
You know.
Sparkles.
Woo, woo, woo. So yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
And businessmen.
Wash. You're so done.
Tell me, what's your top? Do you say top five?
No, I can't honestly, because some of them are the same. But the first one definitely is men in uniform.
Oh,
Specifically pilots.
how did I forget about pilots?
I think that's the most stereotypical one out of all of them, but I just can't help it.
They're sexy.
They're just hot. It's
Yeah.
just the uniform.
Except for my
them being
father and
hot.
mother. I think that's why it
They're
completely lost my.
They're hot. They're cute. Anyway, yeah. So I think pilots would be number one. Number two, oh my god, I do like men in uniform. I don't know how this is gonna sound, but guys who are like in the military.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, okay, so there's this. I think that's the guy who sparked my interest. There was this guy who was like an ex-US Marine, and we were like talking and stuff like that, and he was really handsome. So yeah, I think that's where it stemmed from. And now I'm like, oh, I think I have a type. It's really toxic because most of them are fucked up in the head.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, but I feel like, again, that's like my bad girl side. But it doesn't mean that they're going to miss out on the list. You're on the number 2. Okay, so number 3, I think lawyers as well, because I like men who yap sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you're a yapper as well.
yeah, and like I don't want to do the yapping all the time. And also I think they're really, really smart, and they can get me out of like trouble because I am a troublemaker. So you're like an all-in-one package. And then number 5, I think someone who's in like the teaching profession.
Really?
But not like a professor. Someone who does like, you know how in the UK they have these guys who teach children. Like, yeah, so like there's somebody that I know who's a preschool teacher.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and those guys are like super cute.
That means he has a lot patience as well.
Yeah,
Because how the
exactly.
fuck are you dealing with children?
Yeah.
What's the children, like...
Yeah. And now this is like Gen Alpha or Gen Beta now. So those kids are crazier.
Yeah.
Crazy. But now they're there and they teach them like someone in child development systems or something. Yeah.
Funny enough, we haven't even talked about chefs.
And funny enough, that was one of the top contenders on the list.
Okay. I'll tell you this. I will actually... But...
No. Can I ask you, is it going to be on your number 1 since now we brought it up?
No.
What number
You know
are you putting
why?
it?
Probably like a 5 or 6.
Okay, why now?
You know why? A lot of the men I've mentioned can cook very well. You don't have to be a chef. You get what I mean? You can be another profession, but
And
you
still
throw the fuck down. Because
Point.
let me tell you, 99 of the niggas that I've seen or met or I've been with, from lawyers to athletes to finance niggas, they threw the fuck down.
They can cook.
Like they can cook and they plate as well, which is so...
So they're cooking in all directions. Career, looks.
But no, yes.
And then cooking. So you're done. Yeah.
Exactly. But shout out to all our chefs, you know. You cook for us and then we eat you. Eat your meal.
I mean, the only problem...
And then eat you. Or be the dessert. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
The only problem is if you're a dessert for the chef, then...
I can be the dessert for any fucking chef, honey.
Nah, I just think they're way too moody, bruh.
If you cook for me,
Yeah.
I'm like the chef, but then you're gonna be the piece, so they're gonna be happy cooking for you.
No, just cook for me if you want to cook for me.
I mean, valid, but it's...
And also, he's gonna cook the same meals for other bitches. So when I'm just like, oh, I tasted this amazing pasta my husband made for me or my boyfriend, and be like, yeah, the one that he makes at the restaurant.
But
No.
yours is gonna be personalized.
Depends. That's why I say you can't be safe with chefs. I don't know. I don't put them on my list at all.
Can you be safe with lawyers?
Yeah, because at least I know
As
you're
you
going to
see, they're
fuck me up.
conniving, right?
Yeah, because I know
Oh, so
you're
you
going to
already
fuck me
know.
up. Like, it's different. Like, if you're a chef, yeah, bruh, you don't know. Like, one day you're salty, one day you're spicy, the next thing you've chopped me up on the block, bruh. So, I don't know.
Oh, it's giving serial killers. Oh my God.
And they have the sharpest knives around them at all times. I don't know.
I mean, it kind of gives protection too, so.
A chef who's
Yeah.
probably not worked out. Spent his time...
Why you, please, what did a chef do to you?
Nothing.
Is there something that we need to talk about, Nimrod? What happened to you?
I don't know. I just don't think I don't know. Chefs, I don't know.
So what number would you rate them? Like a 20?
Like, they're not on my list.
Oh, at all?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Although there's a really cute chef on TikTok, but again, I don't look at him like someone I'd date.
You look at him and like, oh, you're cute.
Yeah,
but
you're cute.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And you cook nice food, but whatever.
But, okay.
Also, for me, I love languages like feeding me. If you feed me,
We know.
yeah, I mean, it's not a love language, but it's my love language. Let's be very specific. If you feed me, I'm going to be such a happy little girl. Like, that's all you have to do
But
for
that's
me.
what all girls need is to be fed, to be honest.
That's true. But see, my palate is very,
No, that's fine.
you know.
That's good.
So if you feed me
Yeah.
some
good-
bomb-clad shit,
Yeah, so make it specific so they know that they can't just show up with shit food as an apology gift. You need
That's
to come
true.
through with good food.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I fully agree with you. But anyway,
Be
I feel
honest.
bad for the chefs. I mean, if you're a chef, just don't hit Nimrat up because you're getting clean L's.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work.
Straight clean L's is what you're
Speaking of
getting.
L's, I found a transition. Anyway, makeup stores are getting the L in Nairobi, and they've been accused of fake makeup products. I don't know if I'll be able to find the video, so I can't promise editors.
I know the video.
But you know the video. So basically, this baby is talking about how this one popular makeup store had a sale, and the makeup products she found there were actually expired, and apparently the staff is not as welcoming.
Yeah.
So that kind of picked up steam, and there have been stories like that and accusations like this before, but now people really got into it and people are sharing the experiences about that.
Can we talk about the profiling that is in makeup stores? So one of the famous makeup stores that sells us original makeup products has been called out. They were having a sale, but apparently kume mna to profile and you're even selling expired products. So anyway, obviously I won't mention the name, but everyone knows them. They were having this huge sale. I would have plugged you guys, by the way, honestly, but me nishapata a bad experience with them. It was like 2 months ago. My sister is a makeup artist in Nakuru, so she'd sent me to buy for her makeup, and she had like a good budget. Alikuwa anataka vitu za like 50k. Though unajua with makeup ya 50k hata hausaidiwi kubeba, like it's like a small bag. So that time I had short hair. Obviously when I run errands, I don't even apply makeup. Plus I knew my sister wanted them to test out some products on my face kama foundation. So si nilienda tu hivyo vile niliamka nikaosha uso nikaenda to buy makeup. I got into that store. Kwanza unapatana na wale wasichana wao wameweka eyelashes zimefika huko, a full face of makeup. They first of all size you from top to bottom. Wanakuangalia waone kama you can afford it ama kama unakuja tu kuwasumbua. So I guess they looked at me, they were just like, this babe hata hakai kama anapakanga makeup. So my experience was bad. I stayed there for like 5 minutes kwanza nikiignoriwa. And then by the time I was telling them that I want them to test makeup, they told me they don't do that. Lazima nijue the numbers that I want. Mi nikatoka. I felt so bad, by the way.
Yeah, so before I get into the actual story of it, one of the things the babe mentioned was how the staff wasn't nice to her, right? And I sometimes feel like, have you ever experienced that you get profiled a certain type of way depending on how you look that day?
Yeah.
Before we rewind back, yeah.
So, and I was actually going to tie this into majority of shops that you go into.
Okay, yeah.
And some things that you're sold are not of quality based on how you look. And I'll say this, even in specific malls, some shops or most shops will treat you like that. Even guards, if you look at it, if you're not of a certain color, if you don't look a certain way, if you roll up in jeans and a t-shirt and Crocs maybe to a specific place, you will be stopped from the door because you can't afford
Let's talk about malls. Let's bring it down.
Yeah. So you'll literally be profiled from the door because it looks like you can't necessarily afford anything that's in this store or in this specific environment or mall or whatever. So why the hell are you here? Even the checks will be more thorough, right? For no reason. And that's the thing. Even for me, when I'm being checked, I understand you're doing your job. I understand with big malls or with big locations comes security. But then sometimes you look at the way they treat you and the way they treat other people and you're like, kwa nini mimi nimesachiwa na huyu hajasachiwa?
Yeah.
Or the way, like even being patted down.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Sometimes they get very vigorous. And for me, I usually say, if you're about to touch me there, let me know.
Yeah.
Right? It happens. It's not the first store I've heard about. Maybe when it comes to now the quality of items or the items being expired or whatever, that's a completely different case. But I've also gone to specific stores. Keep in mind, I'm a very casual bitch. Like, I can walk into places in my PJs and I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Yeah. Like sometimes you don't need to.
Yeah, I've walked into spaces and even the items that you're shown maybe in your size or whatever are like last season's or they're not quality. They're things that maybe they've been put on the side or they've been returned, etc.
Facts.
Because it looks like you can't afford something, so they'd rather sell you something that's lesser than.
Yeah.
For me, at the end of the day, how I think about it is, listen, I'm here, even restaurants. We can even talk about fucking restaurants.
I fucking hate those because now I have a restaurant experience. But anyway.
Sweetie, same. And for me, for restaurants, it's just like, we're paying the same damn bill
Also, we're paying to eat.
for the same damn meal.
Yeah.
Also, why you gatekeeping my fucking meal? It's let me not get.
No, let's get into it. I'm here. I can sense the rant and I need the rant.
Yeah. Why you gatekeeping my meal?
Yeah.
If I can't afford it, see, let's deal with each other when we get there.
When we get
Call
there.
the fucking cops on me.
Exactly.
But don't start gatekeeping my fucking meal when I'm
Yeah.
sitting here, very willing to pay. Also, you don't know what is in my bank account. If I have
Honestly,
it or not, that's not on you.
That's a story for Badai. Like
That's a
when
story
the bill
for Badai,
comes,
yeah.
if you're supposed to take action, you will. Because same thing that I've experienced, and a lot of the times is when I do not look my best.
Yeah.
And you go to, let's say, a good restaurant, and a couple of the places actually my favorite, sadly, and you would go there, and they give you the table that's on the far end,
Next to the toilet.
next to the toilet. The service is crap.
Yeah.
Like when you ask them to bring your dish, they bring, I don't know, they have this thing where they feel that they can treat you a certain way. And then when it comes to the bill, it's almost as if they were not expecting a tip. So they come with that attitude kind of a thing. And I'm just like, really, just because I'm not wearing, like my nails are not done and I'm not wearing what I need to be wearing to be here. So restaurants do that a lot. I also noticed with the quality of the drinks. A lot of bars, clubs, and restaurants do this. If they notice like you're not that put together, they're not going to put effort in your drink. Yeah, like your cocktail is not going to be shaken like a... It's just going to be...
That I've never experienced.
It's a thing.
Well, shit then. Anyway, I think
Yeah.
this all goes to say, like, treat people with respect. Treat people with kindness wherever you are, wherever you go. However they look like.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't degrade someone based on what they look like, what they
Or
sound.
even if you
their-
know that
Yeah.
they cannot afford it, you do not look down.
whatever it is, like this smallest thing you could do is just treat them with some kindness. You know, maybe they just need a place to sit. I don't know. Whatever
Yeah.
it is, just treat people with kindness, and that's about it. That's on period, sweetie. Okay. Now back to this makeup store
Yeah.
that we're talking about. There've been rumors for years
Yeah.
about the same thing, about what is it called? Them being discriminating customers, them not necessarily having the greatest quality,
product,
or changing the expiry date,
The labels,
the
yeah.
labels, etc, etc. It's nothing new, but with this sale that happened, oh, that's when it lipukad.
Yeah.
Everything went to the dogs.
I mean, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like the problem with things on the internet, the attention span is so quick.
Yeah.
And not everybody saw the video. So not everyone can necessarily say, oh, we don't want to do that or engage with that product or
Yeah.
that brand anymore. But anyways, speaking of other people that don't deserve our kindness, or should they, is if you should be able to keep gifts from your ex.
Listen, I'm gonna keep whatever the fuck he's giving me.
I think we had a conversation about.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Also, even on the mics, I think we've had this conversation, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you keep gifts from your ex?
It depends what it is.
Expensive ones, of course, right?
No, there can be really cheap, sentimental gifts.
Sure.
Question, but why are you keeping a sentimental gift that's from an ex?
I'm
it's
saying,
sentimental.
I don't know.
I'm saying
Wait.
it depends.
Okay.
If it's a cheap sentimental gift or an expensive sentimental gift, I'll give it away.
Really?
If it holds some kind of sentimental connotation to
Yeah.
it, then I'll give it away.
Yeah.
But if it's just something that I don't hold value for, then I'll keep it.
I get you.
But then there are also exes that were toxic in your lives. Whatever it is that you keep from them, really just
Trigger.
It's just a trigger. So
Yeah.
I'd just rather give it away.
Okay.
Listen, sentimental, not sentimental. I'm gonna keep that shit. Okay, unless it's from a toxic situation.
Yeah.
Then that one in the kianda.
Yeah.
If you're dipping, the gifts are out as well. But I don't give a fuck. It's mine now. Why am I returning a gift that you have given to me? Clearly, you've given it to me because you know I like this object, right?
So it's
I
mine
like
now.
this product. Whatever. It's mine now.
Yeah.
If it's sentimental, listen, I will remove that sentiment from
And
it.
throw it away.
And
Just
keep
like-
throw away
I will
the
stage
sentiment.
that shit.
Yes, throw away the sentimentalness.
I
and
like
keep
it. We're
the-
objective.
Please, let's be adults.
Women in business, guys. We're objective.
Let's be adults about if you want to get rid of it, sell the damn thing then.
Might as well make some money,
Make
right?
some money
I
out
like
of the
that
bag
shit.
that's come out of your
I
experience.
like that shit.
Don't be over here thinking with your heart consistently.
Yeah.
Think with your vagina sometimes in your brain.
What she said.
Okay. Sentimental.
That's what I'm thinking. She's like, Aish.
Hey,
Sentimental.
I'm not coming for anybody who's sentimental about shit. You know the people who burn things that have been given to them. I'm like,
Well, I burned.
Una tupa iPhone.
Oh, no, not an iPhone.
Sorry.
This is dumb shit like photographs and stuff. That's how
Oh
I
no,
burn.
fuck the
Yeah.
photographs. We delete them and we move on.
I don't know. Mine gave me all my stuff back, so I don't know.
All your stuff that you've given him.
Yeah.
Hey. How did you give back the shit that he gave you?
No.
Okay.
I
good.
donated half of it.
Wow.
And then I kept
You
the
and
other
Austin
half.
are no different.
No, but for me, it's not about sentiments or no. They
I'm a
all
lover
don't
boy.
have.
You are.
Yeah.
You really are.
It's not-
Sorry. Adrian, would you give them out? That's my nigga. He said, see, they're mine. That. Eka apo.
Eldenberg.
He said, what if she's bought you a whole cooking set? Do you throw away the cooking set? Alafu ukuli? Imagine.
I don't know. I'm just saying I'd pick what I need and what I don't. And what I didn't need, I just gave it away. And that's about it. For me, it's nothing about sentiments or anything. It's what do I need?
Listen, I'm gonna need everything that you've given me.
You sound like a hoarder now.
I'm not a hoarder. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
you're
I'm not a
not.
hoarder,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're not.
But listen, clearly you've given me something and that's the thing. For me, I make it very clear that if you're gifting me, it's something that I actually need.
Yeah.
It's something that I will use for a long time. It has longevity in it. So why the hell am I throwing out something that I know very clearly? You thought of me when you saw this and you're like, Ashley will need this for a very long time in her life. Fuck the flowers. Me, don't give me flowers. As Adrian said, give me a cooking set. So that when you come to my house, I don't even have an excuse to not cook for you.
That's what I was saying. Is like that's what happens when you do such things. Like you pick selective items because what are you doing with a rubber ball he got you because he was bored one day?
It's fun to play with. It
What if
doesn't
you
remind
have-
me of his
okay.
balls, but it's something.
What if you have 2 other rubber balls? Why do you need 3?
Because one is for the house, the other one is for the car, and the other one is for the office.
Girl, nah.
Am I
Let's
making
wrap this shit
sense?
up.
Am I not making sense?
Yes. You're not making sense.
Shut up.
I give up.
Listen, see, talk about the last thing we wrap this shit out. Are we good?
Since we're on that whole story of buying stuff and keeping stuff, let's talk about stuff. So there's a new trend and it's called something living. Minimal. It's not minimalistic. living?
Minimalistic.
No, it's not. Okay, let's use minimalistic for now before I get the actual word. So basically the trend is, underconsumption. I got it. That's the trend.
Underconsumption.
Yeah, and the underconsumption trend. So you know how around the world there's this whole thing about overconsumption. People just want to buy, especially in places like the States. It's about getting all the latest items. Then what
Yeah.
you end up having is a shit ton of shit that you don't need.
Yeah.
And you end up discarding. So now, and that's led to a whole culture of over hustling so that you buy so many products
That you don't necessarily
that you don't need. So that's now the trend that a lot of Gen Z are into, and that's underconsumption. Where if you use makeup, for example, and one makeup palette serves the purpose, why do you need 5 different makeup palettes? All because one is from a different brand and one was high rated, and just because you have the money, why do you still need to splurge on things like that?
So underconsumption is simply the Gen Z word for minimalistic living.
No, that's sad living. It's different.
Minimalistic living is not sad living.
No, that's like your minimal. Have you seen most of the minimalistic
Come on.
houses? It's like you're so scared of dropping or popping or touching something
So-
because they're so dead and personality-less.
I think there are different ways to look at minimalistic living.
That's why it's under consumption, because minimal means
Oh,
there are
like
less
to the
things.
okay.
And then under consumption means you're only using what you need-based.
Okay.
But minimalist is you intentionally removing things so that you're left with the least things possible, even though you need some things. Yeah, so under consumption.
Giving this some white people shit.
Not you going back to that as a default. That's some
Sorry.
white people shit.
No offense, but hi, sweetie.
So now with the under consumption, that's the thing. So if you have like 5 lip glosses, but you like, and they all serve the same purpose.
Okay.
They're all pink. You can have 5, but they're different colors. But why have 5 pink lip glosses?
Okay. I see what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I cuss so much on this podcast, but I might buy whatever the fuck I want to buy.
That's not the problem.
in whatever quantity I want to get it in, I'ma get it. I don't care if it doesn't. It serves the same purpose. If it's the same color of blue.
So
if
should
it's
we call it mid-consumption then? Because there needs to be a term. Because there's people like you who are going to buy what the fuck they need. But that's not all the time. Like, you don't have this ingrained habit that if you're going to buy stationery, you're going to buy everything every single month. But there are people who have a problem who literally have buy mentality. That is what's now the overconsumption.
See,
So I
okay.
think you're a mid-consumption.
No, I'm just a regular human. See, there's a reason they're shopaholics, right?
Okay, that's different though.
No.
But yeah.
Listen to me. There's something like being a shopaholic. There's something like being a hoarder. There's something like being a coupon, whatever. What are they called?
Overconsumption.
No.
What? Coupon holders.
The guys
hoarders.
who do coupon
Yeah.
now or whatever, and they're extreme about it.
Yeah.
There's extremes to it. And then there's the minimalistic. And then there's every regular person who does shit as normal. Let me ask you, when you're doing shopping for your house, there are things that you don't buy on a monthly basis.
Me, I didn't say I'm an under
No.
consumptionist.
Let me ask you. There are things you don't buy on a monthly basis.
Yeah, you just
right?
wrote it.
Austin, when you go shopping for your house, there are things you don't buy on a monthly basis.
True.
Same thing with you, Adrian, right? Because for Omo, I'm just plugging brands out here. For your rice,
Yeah.
maybe. For your sugar, for your salt, you buy sometimes in bulk.
Yeah.
And it lasts you for 2 to 3, if you're bachelor, even 6 months.
Okay, I must have missed something here.
For soaps, it's the same thing. You buy in bulk, and then the next time you're buying is after 6 months, roughly.
Yeah, because it lasts longer.
It lasts longer.
Yeah.
For foodstuffs, you buy, right? And then the people who just buy for the sake of fucking buying.
Yeah.
Like the people who have bunkers and they feel like they need to feel...
Or those people with the matching fridges with all
that's a different case, right? So I think it's just being a regular person, buying things when you need them.
So it's not necessarily a trend. So that's the point of argument, that underconsumption is not a trend.
Let me tell you something about you Gen Zs as well. Don't come for me.
I'm not a full Gen Z, by the way. Let me absolve myself. I'm half.
It's true.
I'm a half C.
But let me tell you something about Gen Zs. Don't come for me, but it's true. I feel like Gen Zs have this need and want to make everything a trend.
But we're living on the internet.
It's true.
Millennials had trends all the time. They had the silly band trend. They had the Cherokee print skirt. It was a trend.
But see, that's an actual trend.
So underconsumption.
Underconsumption is a trend.
Me, I'm not here to defend nobody. I was just telling you guys, I'm here as a reporter, as I said.
Okay, but
what I think of it is I really just buy things that I need. And if I like something so much, maybe I could buy 2 of them. But I'm not the kind of person who chases like trends and works hard and thrives to earn money to be on top of the trends and get everything. Also, New Balances are in, so now I need to buy a New Balance. I just have sneakers. The day I don't have sneakers, I'll just go buy sneakers.
I mean, I do. Like some things I will do that for.
1 or
I'll
2
be like,
things, yeah.
okay, I like XYZ. I want to get the latest version, blah, blah, blah.
But you don't, it's not the bane of your existence.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Like, your life doesn't end if you didn't get Skims. You feel me?
No.
Yeah, but there are people like that now whose life would literally end if they didn't get Skims. Those guys who sell kidneys for iPhones, babe, same story.
Okay, valid.
Yeah.
See, that's an extreme.
Yeah.
It's an extreme. Anyway, do what you will with your trends, sweeties.
I like how that transitioned to trends of like
Yeah, do
Yeah.
what you will with what you want. Listen,
I was-
if I'm not the one making the money for you, I shall not be the one telling you what to do with it.
I was just gonna say, you're the girls that I like because on TikTok they're doing those interviews of what's your biggest fashion ick, and girls are saying wear whatever the fuck you want to wear. Like, why are you asking me what's your biggest fashion ick? So yeah, what she said.
Go
what you said.
do you.
Yeah.
Okay. And on that note,
Look cute while at it. I know you will. Bye.
bye.
Bye.